Our home. Hey there, everybody. Bailey, vacation schmacation. Enjoying the time off by playing some Factorio and petting cats and tuning into the show. Well, heck, how you doing, Bailey? Fluffy Mittens, how's it going? French Fry Apocalypse 039. I don't think Roguebook has gotten any major updates since they added the fifth character. Well, let's check the Steam page real quick. Has there been secret patches? Yeah, Fagoro is the character they added. No, there hasn't been any major updates since they added the Fagoro character, who seemed like he was quite enjoyable, but definitely just stronger than the other characters. Fun game, though. Put about 50 hours into Roguebook and enjoyed it quite a bit. CrossUp has bought Monster Train after watching these videos beat the last Divinity for the first time with Apex Imp. Oh yeah, Apex Imp's a great one. We have yet to have an Apex run on this save file, but perhaps today's the day. We are maybe a quarter of the way through getting our Covenant 25 crowns. Been finding Covenant 25 Divinity runs to be a little bit more of a challenge than I originally anticipated, and that's actually just fine by me. It means more content for us and more reminders for me on making good choices. Remnant in particular, we gotta be a bit more thoughtful with our runs. But today we're gonna start out our Monster Train by just doing random Covenant 25. I might choose to reroll if we've already won with the clan combo that we roll, but we'll see. We are Remnant. Remnant plus Stygian Guard. Little Fade plus Stygian Guard. I rather like it, actually. The premise is that we have Little Fade here, our champ, who is, well, she's something special. She's got some rather interesting special abilities that we may be able to make use of, depending on the upgrade path. We've got the ability to apply Frostbite to the front enemy, and we have the ability to reform random units, which is going to require us to get rid of our train stewards pretty much as quickly as possible. Let's take a look at our upgrade options for Little Fade. Which version of Little Fade you're playing with really changes how well she does. Eternal Flame Little Fade, one of my favorites. Quick and Endless is this version of Little Fade. Whenever Little Fade is killed, give her plus 15 attack power and 1 more health. And the idea is that you try to get Little Fade killed during each combat wave, and then deploy Little Fade behind a tankier unit when the boss shows up to use her immense attack power. It works very, very well. Or Little Icarus, which can get spikes whenever she kills an opponent. Combining with the Stygian clan, meaning we have direct attack spells a lot of the time, makes it harder to stack kills on Little Icarus, and we have no way to boost her survivability, so I don't think this is the version we want. I should go Eternal Flame here. Shelly Pemba, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. No iron. Uh-oh. Ooh, first Hell Pact, huh? Or slow magic power scaling with Forgotten Name. The artifact, I feel like the magic power artifacts just don't have a big enough number on them for the most part. You get at most 1 magic power per turn from Forgotten Name, and that's not even as much as if you use it every single turn. It's less than just 1 basic upgrade from a Merchant of Magic. It's really not a big deal. I'll take first Hell Pact on the off chance that something really cool comes about as a result of it. And I think I will take the starting 100 gold, especially if I go to a Merchant of Steel first. I really like having enough cash to reroll there. 10 shards into your first fight really doesn't make things too much tougher. The Gathered Clergy. This is definitely one of the tougher encounters to give plus armor to. But if we're willing to sacrifice maybe 10 Pyre health, we can get a unit draft here, and I think that's a really good thing to get early in a Monster Train run. Oh, we do get one of these multi-attackers, though. Good news is, Ice Tornado saves the day. Get in there, Little Fade. Okay, of course we would kill everybody except this one, but that's fine. Little Fade is endless, so we can use her to harass just about anything. Easy peasy. Yeah, let's put the Train Steward behind the Little Fade to get the kill on this Collector here. That'll get us $50. And if we're lucky, this won't discard Ice Tornado. It did. Maybe I should have just not played it. I think that was correct, actually. But fret not. Yeah, there's not a lot we can actually do during our turns. We can play Frostbite on the front enemy, but that doesn't actually achieve anything. Oh well. And we have nothing to reform. So, yeah. So I think these four are probably going to reach the pyre. Got tramples. This won't keep you alive anyway. We need to be doing damage to the boss. I think trying to do anything further up here is a bad idea. Although I might be able to double Foregone Power to kill one of them. What we should be doing is using a Little Fade to score some kills here. That does get two of them. Good. Oh yeah, because there's only 555. Right. Okay, perfect. I do get one of you as well. Excellent. Happy birthday, Philberty. A birthday dad joke courtesy of the Goyo. If I made a bunch of dad jokes based on your username, Philberty, would you have your fill of humor? No refunds. Alright, we put the tank in front of Little Fade, then Little Fade's able to strike multiple times. Me knife is very sharp. Ooh, that joke feel hurty. Having that quick property is so useful here. Just boop. Strike before they can even act. Get through with only 3 player damage taken. That's good. Memento Mori actually does seem kind of useful in a world where we're deliberately trying to kill Little Fade a lot. You can also see Dripfall being useful. Descend a unit of our choosing and apply 1 dazed to it. The fact that this dazed can be very, very helpful. Take a Dripfall. Ooh, Crystallis, Mollusk Mage, Titan's Gratitude. Don't have that many good things for a spell power boost yet. But I am a big fan of Mollusk Mage in general. I'll grab the cutie. Cold Kalia. Sweep Frostbite Applier. Cold Kalia is interesting. I like having access to a sweep unit. Let's grab her. Yeah, let's grab Cold Kalia here. A faux pas. So I'm not even a real dad. It's true. It's true. So I think Merchant of Steel first here is probably the wise choice, especially with no Merchant of Steel next. If you could only go to 1, Merchant of Steel or Merchant of Magic, I would say 8 times out of 10, go Merchant of Steel first. Maybe 9 times out of 10. Endless, huh? Endless Mollusk Mage, interesting. We do have a Divine Temple, which would allow us to fuse 2 units together if we wanted, and we're offered Incant. You know, I don't mind Incant +1/+1 on a sweeper. That's actually not too bad. Even better is that the permanent stat bonuses, well, not permanent, but battle-long stat bonuses of the Incant activation persist if the unit is killed and then revived. Or reformed. Sure, let's try this combination. I don't know if this will be adequate, but I'm hoping that it will be. We should reroll first, actually. We want to give 25 health to the Mollusk Mage? I think so. And then reroll. Multi-strike or Incant gain armor 2. Both are pretty good, but I think multi-strike is by far the better here. Cool. So that's going to be quite the offensive unit. Could put Armor Stone on Mollusk Mage, actually. You know what? Let's do that. Pretty cheap. It's going to significantly improve the tankitude of this unit. And we're going to infuse the Siren of the Sea into the Cold Kalia. Get another +1/+1 per spell we cast, and an additional +5 attack power, too. So it's by base a 16 times 2 with sweep, which is already pretty potent. Could slap a -2 cost into either Mortal Entrapment or Ice Tornado. Both of those are tempting as well. Let's make a discount Ice Tornado. Especially since I grabbed the Mollusk Mage. That means we've got 50 shards already, which is going to result in some pretty powerful enemies. Yet I am not concerned, because we have a multi-strike sweeper. Who in this case is going to go on the top floor. Give him a proper licking. I guess we'll just let the train stewards perish so that we can reform them. Die! Uh-oh, indeed. Nothing I can do about this collector, I don't think. Doesn't really seem like it. We do want to be playing spells on the top floor, pretty much wherever possible, to boost our Cold Kalia repeatedly. Guess we're going to strike this Overcharged Apprentice a little bit. Cold Kalia doesn't quite do enough damage to instantly kill, but almost does. Cast this up here. Bye! -12. If we do it this way. Perfect. Double perfect. Oh wait, that didn't result in Little Fade dying. Got that wrong. Little Fade was supposed to die there. Okay, we definitely want to make sure Little Fade dies here. Although you do too much damage. Let's make it this way then. They both still die, but the Cold Kalia takes less damage. We're going to put some Frostbite on the boss, I think. And we'll harass the boss with Little Fade next turn as well. Oh, there's the Ice Tornadoes. I almost forgot we had them. Should have played those up top for a bit of a bonus to the sweeper, but failed to do so. Killed by spikes. It's a tough way to go. Actually, spikes means that Little Fade is going to have very limited utility here, although we do at least have 5 health, so we can survive one spikes hit. Mollusk Mage, you go in front. Your job is to tank hits, so that the sweeper can do sweeper things. Little Fade goes in back, and the combined power is enough to beat the boss before I even play Ice Tornado. Once I do play Ice Tornado, it's even more favorable. GG. Spiked to death. How's it going, Stan Christ? Yes, that is first Hell Pact. X-Cost cards get a bonus. We haven't found any X-Cost cards yet, but that could change. Targeted Reform could be nice. What about Stealth? Stealth Little Fade is actually kind of a big deal. It's also a really nice way to protect the Cold Kalia, who doesn't have all that much durability. Let's grab Stealth. Units with the Stealth buff cannot be targeted by enemies during combat. So you get to attack, the enemies don't. It's kind of like Dazed, but it's a buff on you instead of a debuff on the enemy. Very good. A second Mollusk Mage is offered, but I think we should probably take some of the cards that are actually good with spell power, such as this Titan's Gratitude. Crypt Builder also works, has a higher base cost, but does a significantly more base damage, and is played for free if we can discard it. I think I'll take the no-nonsense Titan's Gratitude here. Really nice spell to pair with the Mollusk Mage. Could dupe a card at the Hell Vent. Actually, duplicating this Mollusk Mage is not a bad idea. One capacity unit with extra health. We could do Mollusk Mage, Cold Kalia, Little Fade as a floor, although that leaves no room for Molten Encasement. Duplicating Molten Encasement so that we can self-infuse it is tempting as well. Choices. Otherwise, we look at 2 artifacts, get 1. In either case, we're getting a banner unit that we probably don't need. And I'll choose another artifact of 3 because I'm a sucker. And because the double extinguish artifact would break the game for us pretty hard. Alright, we'll go artifact, but I don't know if I'm making the right choice here. Dazed and melee weakness 1 to the bottom wave. So the first wave of enemies can't attack, which is actually rather bad, as we're looking to have the first wave of enemies kill Little Fade. Or we can take, yes, the Snecko Eye, the Volatile Gauge. Makes our cards random cost. Pretty good with Ice Tornado, Mortal Entrapment, actually. We draw way more cards per turn. Tons of card draw is huge here, but notably this thing can't roll 0 cost. Volatile Gauge runs can be quite fun, but also pretty tricky. In terms of energy management, I think I'm skipping both of these. Taking 25 bucks. I'm really not happy with those. Oh, Harvest gain Rage 5 would have been amazing on Cold Kalia. Now that's a way to get damage. Units cost -2. I could have taken the Volatile Gauge. Dang it. If I'd known that was going to happen. Everything as a free upgrade's not too bad. I'm just going to take the 25% cheaper merchants. That's always reliably useful. Hello and welcome, KDOT. This game is called Monster Train, and it's a fun time. I definitely should have taken the Volatile Gauge. I'm a fool. I'm an absolute fool for not taking Volatile Gauge. Oh well. We're going to copy Ice Tornado 5 times with the discount. Volatile Gauge does not exclude monster cards. No, all cards get randomized in cost. So we get 5 heavily discounted Ice Tornadoes added to the deck. One of the more unlikely early game events, and one of the more powerful ones here. That's going to give us tons of damage output. And definitely makes me wish I'd taken our second Mollusk Mage. But oh well. We can get a lot done with all these tornadoes, that's for sure. Daedalus the Professor is going to have a really bad time. Really bad time. So to kind of summarize this game, K-Dot, I like to think of this as Slay the Spire meets Tower Defense. You've got the basic format of a deck builder. Combats are handled with 5 cards per turn, 3 energy per turn, but instead of you having a character that's directly blocking and attacking, you are playing units onto one of 3 floors in a 3-tiered wedding train, and trying to prevent hostile units from reaching the top of the train where the last shard of the pyre is placed. This is what our overall health is represented by. -10, unacceptable. You will perish. So each turn, enemies will move up to the next floor regardless of how much damage they took or didn't took. Your goal, then, generally speaking, is to place creatures that can kill all of the enemies before they climb to the top, or better yet, before they get past any number of floors. Have an Ice Tornado. That's right. Don't you forget it. Have some tankiness. Perfect. More stats. Sweepers. And we just want to stack stats on our Cult Kalia, basically, wherever possible. Every spell we play gives her +1/+1. And that almighty sweep attack is just very good at clearing floors, period. Again, Little Fade's job is to die. That's what she's here to do. Here, your days now. Just for fun. An icy whip. Cool whip. Kerblam! Easy peasy. Alright, don't play any further stuff. Got it. Alright, then the boss arrives. We put Little Fade behind everything now, so that Little Fade's 80 attack power can be leveraged with the frontline health of the other stuff. Play our tornadoes for big damage, and, well, that's one dead boss. Little Fade is just such a powerhouse as a champ. And yeah, one of the favorite things for me about this game is the soundtrack, the absolutely jammin' tunes that you get to listen to. Trigger a unit's extinguishability without killing it. That's either the Molten Encasement for stealth, or we just play it on Little Fade, and Little Fade gets plus stats. I'll take it. It's only a one-time use card, though. Apply stealth to friendly units when they die. No, we don't want any of this. Los Riantos, thank you so much for 44 months. Train! What we want is more card draw. Draw more cards each turn. Every time you beat a major boss, twice per run, you get offered this choice of 3. +1 energy per turn, +1 draw per turn, or more room on each floor to deploy units. Most decks can benefit from all three of these, really. But I tend to find that draw is the hardest thing to come by in Monster Train, so I am pretty addicted to taking it as my bonus a lot of the time. It's going to let us draw more of these Ice Tornadoes to hold on to, amongst other things. Phantom Echo, thanks for 9 months. Choo-choo to you too. All right, we have so many good upgrades at the Merchant of Magic. Let's go there. We're going to start removing cards aggressively. These unstable Vortex nodes allow you to dunk 2 cards from the deck permanently. Definitely easier to get removes in this game than it is in Slay the Spire. But I consider cross-pathing with this version of Little Fade. Probably not. Although the Extinguish stat boost to friendly units is definitely interesting. That could be a nice way to scale the Cold Calia, right? That's interesting. Although adding Burnout to our friendly units is not necessarily something we want to do. Instead, simply directly scaling Little Fade's attack power much more directly, much more impressively, it can be quite something. But yeah, I think we could go Firelight if we wanted to here. Could go, but we're not going to. Spell Chain. I don't think I have anything I want to Spell Chain. But we do want to do our buy upgrades here. I actually don't think it's unreasonable to put Consume on some of these Ice Tornado spells. Make some of them free. Remove Consume. What about this? Is this worth it when there's already 31 cards in the deck? I don't think so. I'd have to also give it Holdover or something. It's also a good one to put Consume on. You know what? Yeah. Good fun options. There's another Merchant of Magic next floor as well, along with more money. Dripfall Dazed 2 is pretty tempting. Mortal Entrapment at 4 cost seems pretty difficult to make work. And I've got Stealth anyway. I'm just going to keep the money for card purges, I guess. Next Divine Temple in 2 floors. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the next fight. Spell Shield 2. Oof, that's actually pretty tough for us to deal with, but I think we still can deal with it. $150 is going to be well worth it. The trial you see at the beginning of every combat of Monster Train can definitely have a big impact on whether you're successful or not. Knowing whether you're able to actually handle that can be quite difficult. Alright, we're gonna put Little Fade on the middle floor to kill these bigger light harnessers. She'll kill this one and this one pretty easily. Of course, that means that she herself will not get killed, and therefore won't be scaling her stats anymore. Don't necessarily like that part. Actually, in that case, let's do it differently. Train Steward up top. It's going to give me Ember Drain, but I don't really care. We got to kill the Collector. A little Fade here. Mollusk Mage here. Play Ice Tornado here. Kill that one. And I guess don't bother consuming that. Just play this for stats. Okay. Perfect. Oh, Little Fate doesn't even die to that, huh? What if I Drip Volue? Still don't die to that, but do have a good time. That kills Little Fade. Good. Good. Brief respite. Okay. Little Fade goes behind Volcalia and gets the Intent on Death. You're not going to last long anyway. Have a heal. The boss is just overwhelmed by this. GG, nerd. GG. Does Fade go back on top of the deck when extinguished because of Endless? Yes, the Endless keyword means that when the unit is killed, they go back on top of the draw pile. Ooh, an early Subsuming Blade. This is a very powerful and useful spell. Deals damage if you kill with it. Note that it doesn't have to kill an enemy. You just have to kill something. And that can be our own units. Including, yes, Little Fade. Give me that. More ways to apply Daze seem good. Ancient Synergy is also not bad. 48 damage 3 times to the front enemy. Let's take a Frenzied Swarm. And yeah, I can see Monster Train being a lot more difficult to follow visually. I like to think of it as mechanically more complex, but decision-making more simplistic than Slay the Spire. Which makes it, once you're used to it, it's easier to play. But there is definitely more going on. The game kind of condenses this all and handles it for you in a really nice full way. Just, you know, the handy-dandy combat previews really mean that you don't have to think too hard about what's going on most of the time. I don't do any basic arithmetic when I play this game, really, for the most part. We're looking for holdover on the Subsuming Blade, ideally. Magic power to that. -1 cost and holdover. It could even go -2 cost and holdover. Ideally, yes, though. Holdover, for sure. Yeah, let's make this Dazed 2 Frenzied Swarm. Then -1 cost it. No holdover for us. Make it consume. Don't do that. Let's purge a couple of cards. Primitive molds are not that useful. Mostly our units aren't dying. I either find Primitive Mold is obscenely powerful or it's completely useless, and there's not a lot of in between. I don't think I take this money. Just gotta be mindful that we can get over 100 shards, but I'll be taking more spell upgrades at the Divine Temples. Armor 15. Sure. Do I still want to try to put Cold Kalia on the bottom? Maybe we'll put her in the middle. We don't play Frenzied Swarm, because again, we want Little Fade to die. Play these here. I'll play that. Do play this. Okay. Does give them all even more armor, but I'm not too concerned by that. Now, there's some damage. Actually, maybe went a little overboard there. Seems fine. Actually, no, let's... Even better. Alright, no really big enemies yet. Other than the first one we already dealt with. Oh, you're still alive. Whoops. Should have played the Ice Tornado. For some reason I thought Frostbite would kill that before it got to the pyre. Not quite. Guess what? More Ice Tornadoes. Also, Subsuming Blades. All comes out in the wash. Let's see. Subsuming Blade... you. Ice Tornado you. Actually, no. Drip Fall you. Even better. Come back down and get whipped again. And our boss has sweep, which is definitely a problem. So that means Little Fade only gets one strike in, huh? Alright, we'll probably want to put some stealth here then. That'll get more whips in on the Cold Kalia. Oh, but we can apply Daze 3. Okay, that helps a lot. Should have played Little Fade after all. Little Fade goes on the top. You get stunned. And absolutely kabonked. Like, a lot. GG. Is trample or sweep a bigger issue to handle? Sweep, definitely. Sweep is very threatening. More stealth. More stealth. Also, we haven't won with that card yet, so even better. Preserve could be interesting. Apply Frostbite to something else in the hand, but I think we're good. Yeah, sweep is definitely a bigger issue. Having enemies hit your backline units that you're trying to protect or haven't invested in the defense of can be really, really tough to manage. We go to this Merchant of Steel, huh? Alright, in that case, let's skip this one. One more Merchant of Magic. Offering us still not holdover. Bummer. What's here? 30 magic power. 275 damage. Or we can make this 175. Sure, let's up Mortal Entrapment. The Watcher of Monster Train? Yeah, that's actually a good comparison, Bane Nightmare. They can break the game super hard and make it look very easy, and they can also, if the player makes a mistake, fall completely flat on their face and just die instantly. So I think very much like Watcher. Very, very strong when used well, very, very useless if misplayed. Sure, give you 10 more magic power then. Finally, holdover. Here we go. Holdover knife. We didn't get a -2 cost, I'll just make it 1 cost. I can afford once per turn. Let's purge one of these stupid purifying cleanses. Merchant of Steel next, I guess? Or I can go Hellvent. Hellvent is very reasonable. Either way, I'll purge one more card here. Got lots of purges. No unstable vortex on that floor. Got it. Fel is our second major boss. This version of Fel adds armor to her units. We've got 3 Alabaster Guardians to deal with, statues that have a ton of health that are put in the front of each row. I think we are going to try to set up on bottom here. Oh, that's a bit annoying, huh? Oh good, we got the one that did too much damage. Perfect. Someone gave the statue attack power. Terrifying. Let's do it like this. Spell Shield makes the tornadoes pretty tricky to use properly. Still do it here. Yeah, they bounced completely. That's fine-ish. This Clip Reflector can't be allowed to just climb all the floors, though, I don't think. Oh, we can kill it with Mortal Attunement, or Mortal Entrapment, excuse me. Perfect. Right, because you kill first, then you kill that. Yeah, okay. Make sure Little Fate is actually dying each round. When the enemies can no longer harm Little Fate, that's when you start to get into problem territory, like here. That's where the dagger comes in, kind of. Yeah, let's do it. Just be stealthed. Easy. Oh. There we go. Kill you. Good, Little Fade still dies. This guy's still a problem, though. That's a very beefy opponent. May have to put Little Fade up top here for a moment. That would solve this problem. Let's do that. Up top, Little Fade. Kill the statue this turn, kill this fool next turn. You die. You die. Have some stealth. Caw. She should have killed Little Fade up top there. That's fine. We can delay Fade for quite a bit here. Or Fel, excuse me. But we are going to want to do this. Lots of Frostbite on Fel means she'll take damage every turn, but we don't have that long to figure out how to actually stop her here. Okay, we should draw Mortal Entrapment next turn, or failing that, at minimum Primitive Mold. So we probably don't want to hold over the blade because that decreases the chance we draw the Mortal Entrapment. So don't even bother. There we go. Mortal Entrapment plus Little Fade is sufficient here. Fel is dazed 3 and takes 245 damage per hit from Little Fade, meaning Little Fade actually gets to strike 4 times before Fel can do anything here. GG. Little Fade's such a powerhouse, but yeah, primarily needs some sort of support. You have to have other units or spells that can buy Little Fade time to do damage, and that is Stealth or Dazed or something tanky. Any of the above will work. We've got all 3 in this deck. An X-Cost card. Apply Sap and Frostbite. That can be very useful as well for buying time. Formless Child can return random defeated units, except we don't have a lot of those. Yeah, or just reform her every turn if you're not using the Endless version. That can also help. We want more Ember? Or just even more card draw? I think we want a little bit more Ember here. 1 more energy per turn to afford some of these more expensive spells. And yeah, let's look for Endless here at the Merchant of Steel. That would make Entombed Molten Encasement a lot better. Fortunately, we're offered Large Stone. Large Stone ain't it. 60 attack power and 3 health per Extinguish proc on Little Fade. Also very absurd here. At end of turn, frozen cards are reduced to 0 cost, so all these Ice Tornadoes become free when retained. Too bad I spent so much effort making them cheap already. Or spell cards that would consume have a chance to be discarded instead, notably Intent on Death, Spike of the Stygian. I'll take the Titan's Claws. No endless for us. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just save cash for... For 80 shards, we'd better take 10 shards here. That way I only have to buy one spell upgrade at the final temple in order to... get to the 100 shards we need to face our final boss. Alright, we made quite a choice here. I decided to add Heaven's Seal here. I've already done things wrong as well. 15 by 2, the Mollusk Mage gets killed. Yeah, I was definitely supposed to play Engulfed in Smoke. We can just do Subsuming Blade things, I suppose. That gets the Mollusk Mage killed, which I don't love. We can always reform them. So, this nerd heals to full every time he goes up a floor. We could ignore that one if we wanted to. Probably ought not to, though. Let's do things like this. We'll fade here. Subsuming Blade this nerd. Fall you? I mean having to tornado down here. Hold on. There we go. Fall you. Cool. And then I have to discard one if I play Tornado. Might as well just play this. Get the $100. Almost getting there. You do 10 damage to the front unit when you die. Spooky. Okay, there's our Mollusk Mage. Okay. Okay, we can definitely kill one of those two next turn. Up top. Although I'd like to get them both, if possible. Oh, heck, that works. Easy peasy. Go here. We're 1 damage away from dying. Okay, okay. Spike of this. Yeah, Spike doesn't work there, so we get to Subsuming Blade you, and you die. Perfect. We get them both. Dazed all this garbage. Dead by Frostbite. Easy. Alright, healing to full has not been a problem, thankfully. Certainly could have been. You're not damaged. Blah. Unit has no attack power, so getting to the pyre is irrelevant. And this seems like a slight problem. Why are you so tanky? I'm going to try to put Little Fade in back, but I have no idea if it's going to make enough of a difference here. Yes. Seems to have made a difference. GG. Just Little Fade alone next turn will be able to kill this boss. Once you get to the point where Little Fade is doing 500 damage per attack, it's very, very fast that the bosses die. Just absurdly so. In fact, we're just going to scale Subsuming Blade one more time. Since we know Little Fade can kill the boss in one hit, let's just Subsuming Blade Little Fade. Scale the dagger a bit. These 3. Frostbite 39. So we're actually allowed to do this again. Kill Little Fade one more time. Boss dies to Frostbite. GG. A second Subsuming Blade. Who needs it? We've already got one very good one. It's now at 53 damage. Fatal Melting's not too bad. Could have also just killed the boss with the dagger. Well, that seems just too straightforward for me. We've yet to actually win with Glacial Seal. I still don't think this is the time. Cuddle Hex is interesting with Titan's Claws, but no thanks. Merchant of Steel, remove 2, or Merchant of Magic. Double stack Spike of the Stygian would be pretty hype. Okay. Also, Hellvent is pretty good. Being able to duplicate something. Too late for Memorial Fund. Too late for Rules of Containment. Chance to silence enemies as they enter the train can be nice. We'll buy that. And there it is. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time, says Waxer Snuffer. That is the game breaker for us. The thing that's going to make Little Fade do 1,000 damage, not just 500. And there is indeed double stack on the Spike of the Stygian. 2 times X plus 2 Sap, and 10 times X plus 2 Frostbite. Could also have double stacked our Stealth card. There's a Divine Temple here, right? What do you got? Oh, there is -2 cost. Perfect. X plus 4. I might even dupe that card. It's good enough. It's nice to have on one of them. Put Consume on Purifying Cleanse. I don't think I care to. Alright, so what's our card duplication gonna be? Some very good answers here. I'm actually going to make it Mortal Entrapment, I think. Duping the holdover Subsuming Blade's not too bad either. I think I want the ability to stun the boss quite thoroughly. Especially Seraph the Patient. It's going to be a nice one to stun. This nerd attacks every turn during the main phase of the fight, which is Problems Town for the most part. Yeah, for example, we can't set up on bottom floor here because we're going to get destroyed if we try. Every unit I put on the bottom will die, I think. Actually, that's not true. Only one of them will die. Alright, that's fine. 125 attack power already. You go, little Fade. But yeah, you two are going to go in the middle. Matter. Okay. Caw. So we just want Seraph the Patient to kill Little Fade. No trample, thank goodness. Strike me down and I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Have some dazed. Have some frostbite. Oops, I forgot to get Little Fade killed. Got ahead of myself there. Don't worry, Seraph will do it. Seraph is dazed. Never mind. Seraph won't do shit. Excuse me. Seraph will not do anything. You get stabbed. Need somebody to take the hit for me. You get further dazed. And we weaken these two. Don't want to stealth myself, because that would prevent Little Fade from dying. We need that attack power boost. $485 damage. That is some power. Nice. You're not dead again. I think 400 will probably be plenty, though. We can always dagger ourselves if we need more. Just a good old knife to the face. To yourself. Seems fine to me, actually. Yeah. Dazed. And now Little Fade will promptly solo Seraph. Easily. Oh? Didn't daze Seraph quite enough, it looks like. Which means this guy will actually get to the top, huh? Trouble, trouble. Here I thought it had it so easy. Not quite. A mere 3,100 damage when Seraph has 3,200 health. Bummer. Here, if you're dying to burnout, actually, what if you had a longer burnout? There we go. X. Seraph, die. I think that means the stealth applies after the daze wears off, because normally the daze and the stealth would overlap. Here the stealth actually kicks in right as the daze wears off. Perfect for a Seraph kill. Easy peasy. Alright, question is, can we keep our units alive on the bottom floor? I'm gonna go with probably yes. Actually, middle floor looks nice and comfortable. So does the bottom floor, quite frankly. Although I can't play the Spike, the Stygian, and the Frenzied Swarm at the same time, huh? That's fine. You just stealth the Cold Calia. Yeah, that's fine. Too bad that Frostbite wears off. Oh, you got silence, that's right. Cute. Here's where things start to get tricky. The spikes could absolutely dunk our Cold Calia pretty hard. We're actually not seeing some of the cards we needed to see. That's a bit concerning. And they've all got spell shields, which also makes this difficult. Get a little overwhelmed here. Spooky. This Shade Wings is the current problem. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna give you health and burnout. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. Don't like that Little Fate is staying alive here. These units getting to the top is not a problem. This next wave is an issue, though. Too many units. This is also a slight issue. Alright, what if I descended the Spiker Lady? That would probably help a bit. And we have the Primitive Mold to reform if we want it. Keeping our units stealth is also very reasonable. These Ice Tornadoes will be free next turn, and I'll have the Mollusk Mage. Let's wait one more turn. You get descended. No spikes. This 45 is pretty bad. Kill you outright. Or we can further damage Divinity here and start stacking Dazed. I don't feel like I need to do that. Did not dupe the thingy though, so gotta be careful. Alright, we're gonna kill you. I'm gonna go here. It's potentially a lot of pyre damage. I should probably count that. Yeah, 16, 12, 9. lot of health. I don't think we can allow that. That certainly looks like dead to me, so we need to kill some of it. And I know what to do. Little Fade, you're going to kill the front one. These two can be allowed through, right? They'll take... With the 5 Frostbite, they'll get 4 hits in each, so that'll be 21 times 4. We can survive that. So let's not worry about the rest. We're going to kill you directly. We should probably Intent on Death Little Fade here. This is a good thing to cast. What's getting reformed? Molten Encasement for more stealth on the Colcalia. Not a bad idea. Though I don't need it right now. Little Fade is almost getting too much health at this point. Okay. That's the last time we can allow anything significant past. Which means we have to be a little careful now. See, these things have stealth. Bit of an issue. You can just die. Can we get Little Fade back into the bottom here? We don't really need to scale Little Fade further than this. We seem to be already doing quite well in this regard. And I can cast everything here. Alright. Kill you outright. You're going to get put here. Got one. Is the other one alive? Yes. It's another spike thing. Kill you. Probably need to use Little Fade on the top floor here. Spells look like they're best at the bottom. This wave is a bit of an issue. We can't just let this through without killing a few things, though. Molten Casement comes back. Yeah, this wave is tricky. So that means no Little Fade on the middle here. Little Fade has to go on top. I guess that's okay. Technically, I don't even have to kill this Silent Marksman, but I really, really probably should. Let's do that. Stab you, because we skip the armor this way. Seems pretty correct. This will become free. Next turn looks tough. These 3 getting to the top is bad. Okay, Dripfall is really helpful here. So we can descend one of them. Might allow this Clip Reflector to go up, as I don't think we need to kill it. Although it would be helpful. Three hits. Yeah, we don't need to kill it. Stealth says we don't need to do anything about this Shade Wings, which means we can use the Ritual Dagger on the bottom. This will get killed by Little Fade next turn. So we can Ritual Dagger one of these Wilt Wings if I want to. Probably the play here. Then keep Ice Tornado, then keep Ice Tornado. Deal. Health is a resource, after all. This is the penultimate wave, or actually, this is the final wave. So we're going to need some Dazed on Divinity, though. Yes, I do want Little Fade to die one more time. So you need to die too. Actually, you don't need to. Maybe we shouldn't. Okay, what we should be doing is stunning Divinity now. Although, with this much stealth, maybe it doesn't matter. Preventing curses from being added. Oh, one of them is silence. That's really good. So we can just kill the other one. Well, I'm thinking about hitting you with the dagger. We use the spells on the bottom. Okay, not a whole lot of impact there, but we can do some stuff. I think I can kill this guy outright. Let's go stealth. More stealth. And yeah, just thin the ranks as much as humanly possible. Wait, I didn't think this through. My units have stealth. Little Fade is going to get targeted first. Here's the Relentless Phase. Did that to myself, didn't I? I think I just killed myself. Dang it. Yeah, I did. Shoot. Little Fade bottom is a win, maybe. We have 43 health. You're right. Little Fade bottom will win. Yes, yes, with 43 health, you're right. Actually, even honestly, going middle is probably still a win. Because of the low damage. Yeah, so this actually looks fine. You're right. Cute. So yeah, I think we actually just deploy middle. It'll buy a little bit more time for these two, I think. 3,900. How about we add some Dazed? X. GG, nerds. Worked out after all. Thanks to the incredible stat scaling, just having enough health on Little Fade to tank a couple of hits from the Divinity here is actually huge. And then the stealth actually buys enough time for the others to do their damage. GG. Never even came close to losing. No problem. No problem. Yeah, so that's how this clan can feel like Watcher sometimes. It's hopeless and you're dead until, oh wait, there's a solve. Everything's fine. Easy. Still, I do think the right way to play that was either to stack more Dazed on Divinity during that last battle, or to start stacking Stealth on Little Fade a little bit earlier, prior to the very end. But regardless, we made it work. Used our health to avoid having to deal with a few of the enemies during that final battle, and then used Little Fade to do the rest. GG. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another win for the Remnant. All right, let's go again, Twitch chat. Before we jump into a new run of Monster Train, I am going to take a quick break, refill the legs, stretch the water, and all that. But upon my return, we're going to be playing another Remnant run with 2 drafts to start. This time, Awoken plus Remnant, which I'm really looking forward to. We have Wildington, Drafts, Vinegrasp. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, we can change our card borders if we want to. I really like this one, personally. So, back in a few minutes, everybody. When I return, it's going to be Quick Wildington. Assuming we get Quick, that's going to be the one I take. Quick plus Drafts. Heck yeah. BRB, everybody. Alrighty, Twitch chat, we are back. Thanks for hanging out while I got myself a sandwich. Let's play with these drafts. I'm excited for this run. Seems like it could be an exceedingly easy run if we just get a couple of things at the start in our favor here. And one of those things is the quick variant of Wildenton, which we did not get. So that's a slight issue. No quick drafts for us, at least not yet. We might be able to get quick added in a later floor, which makes me want to start with this sweep variant. Hits every unit on the floor and roots them. We could also go Thorn Lord to create some initial card draw for ourselves, as well as scaling Wildenton's attack with spells played. But I think I'll go sweep here. Does the stat change persist if you kill a draft with the +10, -2 card? It should. Yeah, it should. I'm not sure what happens if you reduce a unit's max health to 0 and try to play it again, like with Endless or something. Ooh. These are both pretty good, but Lost Luggage is exceptionally good. Minimum max health of 1 would make sense. More burnout. Ooh, interesting. So the drafts would last a lot longer. On one hand, we kind of want them to die so that the primitive molds can bring them back. On the other hand, if they have much longer duration, they're going to be much more broadly useful. Third upgrade slot on spells can be interesting, but I don't feel like we have any spells where that's particularly broken yet. Nor is this clan combo all that good at this. Melting Spout can be really nice. Just get a Tomb unit, give it an Endless upgrade, and Melting Spout goes crazy. I guess I'll take Combustible Wax. We'll see how that goes. First fight should be really easy with 2 drafts. Really easy. I guess we'll just set up on the bottom. Burnout 4. Have some spikes. Champ might get kind of dunked here. Tis a bit awkward. We're going to kill that up top. It's 40. Yeah, we can just reform Wildenton, that's true. So we may not care. And when we reform them, they'll have Burnout 4 as well. It's not just one turn. Actually, yeah, that is fine. You go here. Should put that one behind, actually. Oh, actually, what I should have done is kill and reform Wildenton. That's what I should have done here. Thankfully, we just drew the reforms anyway. Welcome back. Boop. Everyone is burning out. Nobody is actually dying of their own accord here. X. Well, this is already going pretty well. Nice to have a Glimmer. Steel Enhancer's not too bad either with our pretty useful multi-strikers. But let's grab a Glimmer. This can be backline damage as well as healing to us. And ooh, another Draft? Or Molten Encasement for stealth. I'm going to go with more drafts, please. Yes, and thank you. Plus 15, plus 30, and Burnout 3. That's a good infusion for a draft, if ever I've seen one. Pretty tempting time for Paraffin Thug, too. Paraffin Thug could make us pretty substantial money here. Especially with the draft infusion, giving them multi-strike and burnout. Let's try to make some cash. Cash is something that can break the Remnant clan quite thoroughly, from what I've seen. Lots of money equals lots of removes equals very powerful Melting Remnant. Also 30 power Glimmer. Oh man, Large Stone. Could have a Large Stone draft infused Paraffin Thug. That is quite the bonk stick. Ryan McCullough, thanks for the 7 months of support. Heck yeah. I could easily see us taking capacity after the first major boss in this way. What do you have? Oh, Shattered Shell is here. Okay. But we already have a sweeper in our champ. We don't need another one. I don't think so. I don't think this is it. Well, so if I use the Paraffin Thug as the base unit, we're already going to be at 2 capacity here, huh? So I actually can't do the Large Stone. If I want to keep the base unit of the Paraffin Thug. Now, if I want to infuse Paraffin Thug into draft, we can talk differently here. Hey, Nate and Sal. Monster Train's kind of like a standard deck builder, in that you've got 5 draw per turn, 3 energy per turn, but instead of having 1 unit that's trying to block and attack enemies, it's more tower defense style, where you're placing rows of your own units down to stop waves of enemies and attempting to stop those enemies from reaching a location. That's kind of the really basic of it. Yeah, we can't Large Stone... Can't Large Stone the Paraffin Thug. So, let's do it this way, I guess. $20 by 2. Gain $10 when this kills an enemy. Oh. Yeah, Purge sounds good too. See how badly I regret this. Only one way to find out. I could definitely see the Divinity content being a little overwhelming if you try it immediately on High Covenant MSC well. In particular, the last Divinity fight is really challenging just on the basis of the waves of enemies you have to deal with. It's really not about the boss as much as it is surviving the hordes of enemies that with various bonuses that come in. You've got to deal with spikes, stealth, mini-bosses, just everything. Every different effect in the game pretty much gets thrown at you. It's tough. Yeah, the problem with drafts is that you can bottom draw them sometimes. That part's not great. Guess we'll do it this way. This is unacceptable. No haste for you. Yes, haste for you. I guess. Bottom decked all the drafts. Kind of sad. Here's a moneymaker. Have some spikes. Just kill everything personally. Love it. We just got $40. Hmm. $22. Too many shards. This boss might be about to kill me. It seems pretty bad. Oh, good. We drew Glimmer. Okay, that, I think, changes things. Yes. So we got some additional income from the Paraffin Thug-infused draft there. Do we want a Razor Sharp Edge? A really nice way to boost our damage further, I think. Yes, I do want a Razor Sharp Edge. Add more Burnout to a unit. Or Dazed. I'm gonna go with the Burnout Extender. It's actually nice to have one of those. And here already we have a pretty good opportunity to duplicate. We could duplicate the big draft to have another 45 by 2 that can make us money. And I don't think that's a bad idea at all. That also means we're more likely to draw it early on, since we don't have priority draw normally. The burnout mechanic causes units to die after a certain number of turns. It's essentially a turn timer for the short-lived units of the Melting Remnant. More artifacts, please. Yes, 7 Ember and 10 cards on turn 1. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Just have a giant turn 1. And then upgrade something. Hey, this is actually a good time for the Penitent Remains. We'll think about that. Penitent Remains says, when summoned, friendly units get +2 attack power for every Blight card in your deck. We add 3 more dead weights, so there's more dead draws in the deck. But all of our units would have 10 additional attack power, which is quite substantial, especially if we're going to add haste, quick, which I'm really, really hoping that we can do. Yeah, was there consideration for infusing Draft into Paraffin Thug instead of the other way around? There was, until I realized that that would create a 3-capacity unit if I use the Large Stone, and then I would not be able to play the Paraffin Thug and our champ on the same floor, and that was a big problem. All right, we have 95 shards going into the Talos fight. That is rather concerning, actually. You're not supposed to have this many shards this early in a run. It's going to result in super-powered enemies that are a real problem for us. And of course we didn't draw either of the super drafts on turn 1. I mean, why would we? Three more primitive molds, though. Should definitely get some units into the reform pool. Draft seems like a good one. Wait, when summoned? Wait a gosh dang minute. Hold on. You're telling me we get to reform double dip here? So it's now 25 by 2, 35 by 2. Yes, we get to double dip on this. Oh, that's very good. Glad we took this. So only 2. Definitely want to start making some money here. Although this is 36 plus 7. Not quite enough to kill the draft. It's fine. Burnout 6. Just take a hit for me. The power. Razor sharp edge. Reform it. 70 by 2. The power. Make me some more money. $80 by 2. Somehow you're still alive. Guess that's fine. Do you know that I have 2 of these? Because I have 2 of these. Make me some money. Oh, you're dying. Let's see. I don't want to Glimmer, because then I don't get money. Good. Oof. These draws are not it. Actually, overall, this looks pretty bad. Tempted to just Vinegrass this draft. We have all 3 drafts in the Reform pool. Pretty good draws coming up. Let's do that. Don't want to play the Train Steward. I think that'd be a mistake. Alright, hopefully we draw at least 1 Reform card now. Good, we got 3. Even better. $50 health. That'll have to do it. Yeah, you do survive for 1 more turn. Well, that's that's a pretty intimidating floor here. 95/2 attack power on this draft. We're only on ring 3 of this run. How silly is this going to get? GG. We also made a ton of money off that fight. Instantly clicks on Endless. Seems good. Do I care about Wickless Baron or Shattered Shell? Rather doubt it. If anything, I'm just going to infuse draft into draft. Huh. First started playing, you thought Remnant was a dumb clan until you understood that you don't necessarily want to let your units live. In fact, sometimes it's really, really, really advantageous for you to spend your own energy and actions killing your own units as Remnant. It's definitely wild and weird. More capacity, please. Alright, Merchant of Steel, Unstable Vortex. Removing 2 cards is one of the best things we can do for this deck. And you better believe another duplication sounds good. Might duplicate the draft into draft I'm about to make. We'll see. Get those Train Stewards out of here. But more importantly, do we have Quick? No, we do not. Alright, that's going to make life difficult. Bummer. One last chance at it, but we have to get past the next boss before it's allowed. Endless Burnout 1 being offered. Interesting. Although this actually adds Burnout 3, doesn't it? No, just 1. Okay. Why aren't the Monster Train runs added to YouTube? They go on the Plays channel. If you want Monster Train on YouTube, we have a separate YouTube channel for variety content. Anything not Slay the Spire goes on the Bela Lord Plays channel. Do you have Endless for whatever this is? We can add Piercing to Glimmer if we want to. Don't know if we want to. Might also be worth making just a Vinegrass that is super powerful. Again, so that we can kill our own units. Harvest gain $5 is cute. And yet another way to get money. Don't think that's what we want, though. going to skip this. Mega Drop. Alright, let's make you endless. I think just endless with the Penitent Remains is already going to be really good. If we play this unit once per turn, it's going to get plus 10 attack power on 3 attacks per turn. Yes, currently our draft are of 2 different sizes, because one draft has a Paraffin Thug infused. Actually, no, because one draft has a Large Stone. That's what's actually making it bigger. And the other draft does not. Ah, quick. Okay, yes, that'll work. As long as we have something with quick. What's next? Hellvent Unstable Vortex. Cool. Excellent. Who cares? Maybe I care. Oh god. This is a valid turn 1 draw for this deck? Oh no. We drew no units. Hello? Oh no. That is concerning. Yeah, at least we got Glimmer, but oof. Perfect. 180 health? What have I done? I'm gonna die so hard. Oh no. Here we go. Hey, not so bad at all. Actually, we're gonna dunk these fools. This is what's gonna happen here. Send in the quick draft, which has 42/3 attack power. And then move this nerd to the front. And then add you, I think. So you kill, strike for 42. We'd only get 1 kill with this draft. That's fine. I'm going to put you in front of Wildington. Yes, I think so. Although behind makes just as much sense, actually, to take advantage after the sweep strikes. More likely to get money in front. Yes, yes. Easy. Let's make you endless. You're not dying, but that's fine because you get entangled. Alright, I think only with the grace of Quick Draft does this end well. And well, it does indeed end. Here, have more health. You're gonna go on the bottom, I guess. Nothing to reform, because we've made the deck too good. Good talk. Again, nothing to reform yet. 500 damage to the boss. Easy peasy. That kills the boss before anything can happen. I want the world where we get $10 off this boss, and that's this world. Yay! So, might have looked bad on the first couple of turns, but easy. Easy, easy. I'm also super taking ensnare here. Crushing Demise. Kill a random non-boss enemy unit. Kill a random friendly unit. Yes. Both of those things are good. Yeah, and that was essentially our worst possible draw. Now, I get to remove 2 more cards and duplicate the quick draft. Can also make a Spell Chain Crushing Demise, or we can put Intrinsic on any one spell here. Not that any of them seem that good with Intrinsic. Maybe 1 less Primitive Mold. And then you are super strong, apparently. Because this is an infused unit, it's another 15 shards to duplicate it, so we're up to 135 shards. This makes enemies all the more stronger. But that's okay. Because we are all the more rich. Good. Stealth boss. I think we can deal with the stealth boss. And with Heaven's Seal. Play the draft. Kill the draft and an enemy. Perform the draft. Probably put the draft higher up. I'll have to go up top because of the stealth enemies. These enemies have the stealth property, meaning they can't be targeted with attacks. At least not initially. Here, you come to the forefront, please. Thanks. Yeah, shards are a DLC only thing. The shards system radically transforms the entire game of Monster Train to the point where the DLC versus not the DLC is 2 completely different experiences. Spikes are a slight issue, but only a slight issue. Perfection. It's not quite enough. Let's be 96. So it would kill the overcharged tank if I wanted it to. Just want them to die so they can get stronger. Money! Make me some money. Good work. Alright, now we have to contend with the Crystal Cloak here. This boss has 11 stacks of the Stealth property, which is actually enhanced by their Pact Shard count. The more Pact Shards you have, the more turns of Stealth and the more attack power this boss has. So the goal here is waste as many turns of Stealth as possible. Looks like a pretty good start. Kill one of you as well. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how many turns that's going to burn, but it should be a lot. Okay, only 3 turns of stealth left. That means we should be in the clear here. Should be. But will we be? The Sun Wildington won't matter here. I'm less convinced now, actually. 60. Okay, if we put this one in front, I think we'll be in the clear. Because that'll tank 4 hits, and then this draft will do a lot of damage, and it does a lot of damage. What if we use Vine Grasp to pull Wildington to the front? Oh, you're running out of health, I see. Yes, indeed. What if we use Wildington to pull... What if we pull Wildington to the front to tank here? Will that be enough? Yes, that is enough. Sir Van Buren, thanks for 34 months. Welcome back. Good to have you. Alright, we actually almost lost to this boss. I gotta say, we didn't have quite enough durability, but we made it work. Unfortunately, the benefit we get is mostly worthless. I'm just gonna sell this for 25 bucks. Because we don't have any sting spells. Card draw is where it's at, especially with this deck struggling currently, so give me this. Do we want another Crushing Demise? You know we do. If our Pyre health drops to 0, then it's game over. The Pyre has combat stats, meaning it's not defenseless, but against any kind of boss enemy, it's going to lose very hard, for the most part. It's going to be a pretty one-sided encounter. Oh man, we're going to get to purge so many cards. So many card purges. Anything we want to remove consume from? Well, Invigorating Solution with remove consume is kind of interesting. Let's make a Super Grasp. Keep 1. Make one of them super powerful. few cost reductions here and there would go a long way as well. We get to 2? I don't think that's worthwhile. Mostly we're here to purge cards where appropriate. Get rid of many, many cards. Next turn draw isn't as valuable as just not having the card in the first place. Purifying Cleanse might be something I want to remove soon. What do you have? Strength Stone, Bone Shine, or Bone Rattler. Restore 5x Pyre health or add bonus damage to the Pyre. Let's get a Strength Stone. Just upgrade one of our units. Make one of these endless drafts a little bit stronger. Sure. When you're getting an upgrade stone from an event, you can overcap your units on upgrades, bypassing the normal limit of 2 upgrade stones. I wish we could delete these deadweights, but we're stuck with them. Don't worry, they're doing wonders for us with the... Penitent Remains. They are real nice like. We're already at Arcus, okay, so maybe we'll get quick, before we know it. Seems like we're plenty strong currently. With Pyrestone Casing, you could go to 4 upgrades there. If you had 3 base, an event adds 1. You can then get another event to add another upgrade, go up to 5. I don't know that there is necessarily an upper limit even. I've never seen 6, but it might be possible. Alright, we drew both Paraffin drafts on turn 1 this time. We're just going to put them on the bottom and try to get as much Cashola as possible. Cashola. Don't have a reform available. Oh, yes I do. Okay. So we're going to do it this way. And I guess you can just go here. So if our unit dies this turn, we have a bad time. Except I actually do want to do that. So, I'm okay with it. About that. Yes, that was the Days version. Mistakes have been made. Alright, let's try not to do that again. This is mostly fine. Not quite fine, though. Burning out, which is A-okay by me. way. Perfect. Maximum money gain. Okay, this is for dying, not for playing cards. Got it. Razor. Keep them going. Could be crushing, demising, and reforming. Maybe should be. Yeah, it really ought to be, huh? Alright, that was the endless one. Fair enough. Alright, Arcus is here. Still has some stealth, which is a bit annoying. But now we can put all of the drafts on the same floor, and most of them are endless, so they'll be able to join and re-attack Arcus each wave here, which is going to be pretty good. Now 4 is not that much, though. And Arcus has a very big attack power. But the fact that 2 of them are quick should be very helpful. Can't play all of it, though. And this gets them both another round of attacks, plus a round of attacks itself. I think that's better, because then I'm guaranteed another draft next turn. Okay. Yeah, so that's 1,400. That's already enough. In fact, we can guaranteed make 10 bucks off Arcus now. Excellent. Literally farming the boss for more money. GG. Give me your money, Arcus. Consume cards in hand to add a draft to your hand. Let's see, it's per blight card in your deck, not in your hand. This is actually a very useful card because this is one of the few things that can get rid of these deadweights. Give me this. It's also going to make new drafts for us, which is kind of nice. We definitely want to pair it with more card draw. Merchant of Steel. Questionable. Not a lot of use for a Merchant of Steel here. Or Merchant of Trinkets. Oh, the other thing that this can do is you can delete units from your hand. And any unit card that gets consumed is now a valid reform target. Yes, it'll let me reform the endless quick drafts if we consume them. Exactly, Lurking Fool. Exactly. As much as I like looking at an artifact here, I'd rather look at 6 artifacts. So let's go to the Merchant of Trinkets. But first, no quick. No quick for us. We'll just go Strangler 3, give Wildington 70 health. Never offered quick, huh? That's okay. We have our own quick drafts, so NBD. Gain Rage 3 whenever they lose a stack of Burnout. It's kind of interesting. Rage 3 is quite a lot of attack power. That's 12 damage. Or no, 6 damage, right? Yeah, 6 damage. Per hit, per Burnout stack. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take that. It's not amazing. It's not overpowered, but it's definitely adequate here. Rationing scales could make me a lot of money for the final... Well, I guess not that much money. What is it? We go to 50, and then you get 3 gold per. Except we have to pay 230 for it, so no. I think it's a slight profit, but not worth it. Not at the cost of all our health. Health is a resource, after all. Yes, that's something that wasn't immediately apparent to me with this artifact, Tom, but if you remove all stacks of Burnout, then yes, you gain Rage for every stack of Burnout that was removed, even if it's not just the one that you lose at the end of each turn. Summon a friendly rebel unit, or upgrade a unit. Isn't this the melee weakness one? What does this give? Yeah, melee weakness? Oh my. 4 upgrades. See you in another life. And yes, we can get another one of that draft now. We can duplicate this unit. And this is a good unit to duplicate. This thing right here. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. I like it. Excellent. Armor 20, I can take it. You can't stop me. No one can stop me. Wait a minute, that's illegal. Is it though? It's a lot of damage though. Just make you endless with your current stats or what? Actually, what about endless Weldington for tanking? That sounds useful. Let's do that. Yeah, that sounds really useful. You're still not dead. Interesting. Oh, right, because you attack first. Of course, you don't actually contribute the damage. That makes sense. Here, Weldington, have some rage, I guess. You're endless anyway. I don't care if you die. Oh, what? Come on. Really? You gain the 3 rage and then immediately lose 1? This relic is lying to you. That's lying. I declare shenanigans. Absolutely lying. $23 damage, huh? Convenient. I don't want this thing on the next floor now, do I? I really doubt it. Here, you can get separated. I don't think I'm going to play Crushing Demise. We are drawing 10 cards next turn, which means not 1 but 2 primitive molds. And we're actually not going to have any units to reform currently. I don't need $10 that bad. Excellent. All right, here's the super draft. Make it stronger. Yes. Oh, no, I can't. I can play Sacrificial Resurrection. That's fine. Can't actually play it, though. That's funny. Cute. The Sacrificial Resurrection allows us to consume a lot of the cards that would be bad here. Note that 4 of the deadweights are gone. We actually only have 1 of them that we're drawing into now. Everything else is a real card. That's cool. That's very cool. No reform this turn. That's fine. Just murder them all. Who cares if the draft has 1 hit point? Look at it. Look at the devastation it can cause. Easy money. Although I'm not actually going to take the easy money. We're going to take... I guess I am. All right. Hello, giant enemy. Like we bungled this slightly, but only slightly. Hey, some real units. Perfect. Ish. 5, yeah. Good enough. And then next turn, we get the Endless quick one. I don't feel like I did this quite right, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe this one goes on top? That feels right. Okay, we do get the quick one. That matters quite a bit, actually. GG. Definitely want 2 of those. Our super endless one. Nope. Less cards is more. Sap Seraph, I don't think it's going to matter that much. We could grab Resin Removal here to remove Sap. It's more about removing the buffs from the enemies, I suppose, but I don't think we need it. Can resin removal remove burnout? No, burnout is not a debuff. You need a card that specifically mentions burnout. Emblem of the Exiles is cute. I don't think necessary, but vaguely helpful, I guess. It's vaguely helpful. And we are using each of our 3 floors, so maybe a bit more than vaguely. Alright, let's see what the artifacts are first. Sketches of Salvation? Actually, that's kind of hype. Just start with all the drafts in play on the middle floor, huh? Sure, sure. Do it. Make it happen. Make it happen. What about Vine Grasp each turn? Nah. This is good. Chance to remove buffs from enemies as they enter the train could have a big difference. I feel like Purifying Cleanse is past its usefulness here. Kind of want everything else, I guess. Could maybe lose one of the 2 Vine Grasps. They're vaguely useful, though. Being able to pull an enemy to the front to get killed by the quick drafts is potentially important. So I think I'm just going to not remove another card, actually. That's funny. Just don't. Just don't do it. Permafrost. Permafrost Primitive Mold seems real nice. Like, actually, Permafrost Sacrificial Resurrection seems even better. Could remove one of the drafts? That's also true. Yeah, we don't need our Paraffin Thug drafts anymore. Although, with the Sketches of Salvation, I don't think removing any of the drafts is helpful. Because they just all start in play anyway. Look at him go. And that way I can draw the remaining one on turn 1. If I want to. I don't think I need to. 269 damage to Seraph already. And yeah, we get 4 deadweights destroyed with Sacrificial Resurrection here. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. You know what? In fact, I'm going to play Glimmer. Sacrificial Resurrection. Those are some spooky Shade Wings, man. Easy. Draw 9 cards next turn. Don't mind if I do. Here's some stuff. Sacrificial Resurrection is back to let me get rid of the last deadweight if I want to. 105 by 2. That's only 45 damage. Okay. Let's kill 1 and 1 down here. $85 health. Good. Yes. Can't play both of these. Might as well get in play. I'm going to get rid of the remaining dead weight, as well as some other redundant stuff. Drafts for days. Glory of heaven. The power. Oh, there's the melee weakness one. Got it. Those are burning out. Good. These are dying down here. Presumably also good. Yeah, Wildington's dying. I think that's probably good. Just damage Seraph some more, I suppose. I'll leave you around. No reforms right now, so don't bother with that other stuff. The power. Easy. Yeah, we want the units to die so they can come back. Every time we reform units, or quite simply play them because of Penitent Remains, all of our units get additional stats. Strong. So that's also what the Crushing Demise is partially doing in this deck, is allowing us to kill our units beneficially to us. Wipe the floor with them. So yeah, we said the minimum health was 1, right? We established that. Right, let's just leave a few units unplayed here. Alright, here comes Seraph for real. It's got a 13 by 5 multi-attack, which is actually very bad, because it means Seraph can just chunk through a lot of our units in a row. Highly undesirable, let's say. Although we do manage to do 13 hundo. This one with 85 health is good. Let's kill that. 100 health Wildington is nice too, but too much capacity taken up here. Kills like 3 drafts with 1 attack. Dang. You will break just like the rail. Alright, you go in front with 90 health. Your job is to tank the hits while these obnoxious ones do all the damage. GG. Smell you later, Seraph. Dang. Seems like Seraph's power is waxing. Either in victory or defeat, Affinity's endless destruction wages on. Actually, you're right, I did do that backwards. Our power is waxing. Seraph's power is waning. Wax on, wax off. Well, good luck to us. Alright, we got a Sacrificial Resurrection with 2 dead weights in the opening hand. That's probably good enough. I think we put Endless on Wildington for this fight. Seems like a good idea. We're already doing 500 damage to the last Divinity on turn 1. Yes, this boss exists on all 3 floors at once and attacks all 3 floors every single turn, which is part of what makes this boss really tricky to deal with. A constant offensive threat against your units on all 3 floors that you don't have a whole lot of ways to deal with. Have we ever killed Divinity before the final wave? We've done better, Featherfall TT. We've killed Divinity on turn 1. It's hard to do, but it's possible. Don't even die. Easy. Here. And then Razor Sharp Edge, you? I don't want to delete these primitive molds. Or the Ensnare, quite frankly. These can go, though. Keep that middle row clear so it can just keep doing damage. Tempting to Crushing Demise Primitive Mold here. No need for that as of yet. Let's just do this. Draw more cards. Oh god, that's a lot of spikes. Oh no. Spooky. All right, here's where Vine Grasp is. This is part of the reason we kept it, right? Being able to kill specifically this unit in the back and avoid all these spikes is nice. Spiker solution, check. Although they're still getting a lot of stuff. There we go. We killed the Harvester. Lucky. Real lucky that that happened. Perfect. Yeah, that was a purely lucky hit, but it worked out. You can go in front because I want Wildington to survive to keep sweeping here. Perfect. So I can't Crushing Demise Primitive Mold Wildington, because Wildington is endless, it'll go back on top of the deck instead of to the exhaust pile. So that's a bit of a problem. But only a slight problem. I think better to just, again, absorb the hits, keep allowing Wildington to sweep here. Perfect. I guess we can Crushing Demise Primitive Mold here. Might as well. Sure. Yeah, these are both endless as well. Let's get them to be properly endless, like. This looks good. Don't want to Vinegrass Chains, but we should at least Vinegrass the boss. Good time for Glimmer. Acceptable. That worked out perfectly. So there's a hard cap of 7 enemies per floor. You cannot have 7 units per side on each floor. You cannot have more than 7 units. If enemies try to enter beyond the normal limit of 7, they'll go up to the next floor. So the backmost enemy from the wave that just came in went on to the next floor, which is actually the Conduit Redirector, giving bonus to all enemies on the same floor. So the fact that we overstacked the floor and an enemy got to skip was actually helpful. Neat. Very neat. This looks like a bit of an issue. Hmm. 60 health, huh? $34, $48, blah, blah. Oh yeah, you still survive. Although, if they're all entangled, that's not going to be enough, huh? This glowing red card is a negative card added by Chains the Sighted here. Yeah, set up top, kill him next turn. I think I agree. think I agree. We trap all the enemies on the bottom, dish out as much damage as we can. But we need to keep Weldington alive to prevent the enemies from pouring in. These two can go either in the middle or the top, it doesn't matter. As long as I put them in front. We'll take 5 damage from Weight of Contrition. But I think you're right. I think we can just brute force kill the divinity with damage before these hordes overwhelm us. So none of these enemies can move to the next floor. The newly incoming enemy, which is a mini-boss, goes directly to floor 2. And then we try not to care by just playing the drafts. Is it going to be enough, though? I'm not actually convinced. Can only play 2 drafts. Gonna have to be the ones with quick multi-strike melee weakness. Is this enough on its own? I don't think it quite is. That's very worrying that it's not quite enough. But we'll see, I guess. That's 350. That means this is enough, surely, right? Yeah, okay, cool. We snipe the boss before we get overwhelmed here. I don't know if we actually have an answer to all of this, but the point is we don't need to because we've dealt enough damage to the boss. GG. Huzzah. Now that's how you play the Remnant. Cool. We got some really, really neat Melting Remnant wins today. GG. Those waves are a problem for future Balor. He'll deal with it. Surely. Hell yeah. New record for damage taken. That's kind of funny. Look at all these Weldington victories. We've got Weldington Umbra, Weldington Stygian, Weldington Remnants. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. GG, everybody. 2 really good runs with Monster Train. I think that is where I'm going to stop the train for today, though. Everybody off board. It's time to head to the Spire. Work some more towards our current great challenge in Slay the Spire, trying to essentially master all the cards in that game in very similar fashion to the mastery of Monster Train. There it is. 222. Neato Burrito. All right, it seemed like Spire and OBS work differently now. Let's see if I can do this without crashing our game. Hey, happy to hear French Fry Apocalypse. Happy to be the nighttime or work time savior of many, whether you need content to help you fall asleep or just get through the workday. I'm glad we have this space to provide that. Is it time to stretch some water? It sure is. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. That's the controller problem. I'll fix that. And yes, the legs are going to need a refill also. Let's try again, Slay the Spire. Can you complete Steam achievements playing modded Spire? Says MSUL. By default, no. However, there's a mod called Achievement Enabler that enables achievements while playing modded. So as long as you use the Achievement Enabler mod, then yes, you can play with achievements while modded. There we go. Oh. Oh. Things are breaking again. I've got to figure out what the heck changed. Okay, one more time with feeling here. Controller. Why do you think I have a controller plugged in still? Ah, shit. Can't unplug a controller that's already unplugged. Unless I reboot. Fine. I'll be back in a few minutes. Twitch chat. I gotta take a break anyway, so I might as well do it while I'm rebooting the stream. Back in 5 to 10. And apologies for the interruption / the VOD split. BRB, everybody.